Chapter 36. The Code of the Brahman's Daily Ritual. There lived a pious Vedic Brahman. He did not take food at others. He would beg alms of the corn and maintain of the same. His wife was discontented and hot-tempered. A rich person came to Ganagapur for Samaradhana, feeding Brahmins and others. But at this, Brahmin did not accept food at others. His wife also was not invited, and she was contented for not having good delicious food and sweets. Once a very rich person came to Ganagapur to observe the Sharda. He invited all the Brahmin couples and offered good dakshina, money, clothes, and rich delicious foods. She told her husband about this, and he said, if you wish, you can go there, and but as I do not accept the food at others, I cannot come. The wife went to the Brahmin host and said, my husband does not take food at others, and can I come alone to your meals? The host said, I invite Brahmin couples, so you can come with your husband. The wife could not know what to do. She came to Sri Guru Narasimha Saraswati and narrated to him her grievance and said, I like to enjoy rich delicious food, but my husband does not take food at others, and so I am also not invited to by anybody. At present, a rich Brahmin is invited all the Brahmin couples and offering them good dakshina, clothes, and rich delicious foods. Kindly advise my husband to accept an invitation. Hearing this, Sri Guru smiled and asked his disciples to call her husband. When he came, Sri Guru said to the Brahmin, your wife desires to take delicious food. You should accept invitation of the Brahmin and fulfill your wife's desires. Married women should not be displeased. The Brahmin said, Gurudev, I am observing a vrat of not taking meals at others, but as per your Adesh order, I shall accept this invitation. The Brahmin couple went for the meal at the rich Brahmins who offered them good delicious food. While dining, the Brahmin's wife observed that dogs and pigs are also dining with her. Being disgusted, she got up and returned home and told this to her husband. He said, I had to break my wrath for you and accept the food eaten by dogs and pigs. Both then came to Sri Guru. Sri Guru asked the wife, how did you enjoy the food of the rich Brahmin host? You always blamed your husband. Now are you satisfied? The wife said, Gurudev, I am a silly woman. I broke the wrath of my husband by asking him to take the food of others. Kindly forgive me. Gurudev said to the Brahmin, your wife's desires of taking delicious food is fulfilled. Now she will act as per your wishes. I will tell you the rules of the acting as per the orders of the religion. If the Brahmin is in need of a Brahmin for some religious function or for ceremony, Shardha, you should go for the meals. If you do not go, you will be committing an offense. You should take food at the guru, disciple, maternal uncle, father-in-law, brothers, and saints. If you recite Gayatri Mantra, you do not. If you are not offended. The Brahmin then asked, can you tell me which and whose house the food should be, whose house should be avoided, food should be avoided? Sri Guru, good-natured Brahmin should not dine at one who takes service from parents, who is greedy, who gives in charity, displeasing his wife and children, who is proud, armed, or a teacher of a flute, or a outcast, who lives on begging, who praises himself and cajoles others, who does not observe Vaishvadev, who does not observe Vaishvadev. He should also not dine with a guru who gets enrages, who is cruel, adulterous, and pretender, who forsakes his wife, and a woman who lives forsaking her husband and a wife, and Brahmin who sells wine, and doorkeeper who teaches a Shudra by taking money, who sells horses, who is Haridas Kirtanar, one who does not bathe and does not observe Sandhya and Sharda, who is treacherous, who despises others, and one who forsakes his parents, cajoles his guru, who kills a cow, Brahmin, and a woman, and one who does not give in charity, who has no issue, who despises one's food and praises the food of others. Food at such persons should also be avoided. If one takes food on Amavasya, he loses virtue of the 1 month. Unless one's daughter has an issue, one would not dine at our house. All these sins are wiped off if one abides by one's own religion. The Brahmin further asked Sri Guru, kindly tell me the code of the daily rituals of the rites of the Brahmin. Sri Guru, I will tell you the code of the rites of the Brahmin as narrated by the Parasar two rishis in the Naimisharanya. One should get up on the Brahma Muhurta 2 hours, 5 Ghataka breakfast before the sunrise and bow to Sri Guru and God. Go to the southwest for the excretion at the place away from the residence of the people and source of the water. One should sit facing the south at the night and facing the north in the morning and evening. Arms and hands and legs should be washed and with soft earth and earth and water. He should take two achman, taking 10 drops of water, saying Bo to the Keshav, Bo to Narayan, Bo to Madhav, etc. If there is no water at hand, you should touch the eyes and ears. 7 deities stay at the right ear of the Brahmin, as described in the following shloka. Fire, water, Veda, sun, moon, wind are the 7 deities who always reside in the right ear of the Brahmin. Holy places of the palm. On the palm, Brahma Tirtha is at the root of the thumb. Agni Tirtha is on the palm. Pitru Tirtha is at the root of the thumb and root of the thumb and forefinger. Dio Tirtha is at the end of the forefinger except the thumb. Rishi Tirtha is at the root of the small finger. While offering tarpan to the forefathers, god rishi waters till etc. are to be poured through the respective tirthas. Achman, saying Bo to the Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, the little water on the Brahmatirtha is to be taken in the mouth and is to be drunk. The little water is poured in the plate, and after saying Bo to the Govinda, if one is touched by the Shudra of impure one, if one becomes wet in the rains, if one comes home from the funeral and one becomes pure by taking 2 achmans. Washing of the teeth and mouth. Teeth should be cleaned by datun, stem of some trees, on Parva, Pratipada, Shashti, Navami, Dvadashi, Saturdays, Shardha, wedding days. This does not mean that the mouth, teeth and tongue should not be cleaned at all. Only dhatu should be used on these days. Datun sticks should be taken off babul, karanj, palm, aghada, adambar, roa trees, and after the use of the datun should be thrown to the southwest. Bath, snana, morning bath gives one last strength, life, intellect, pleasure, nutrition. Grihastha, vana, prastha should be bath in the morning and midday. Ayati, tapasi and sannyasi should be bath twice, while a brahmachari should bathe once a day. If there is no sufficient water, and in case of the difficulty, any one of the following alternatives may be chosen. Agni Snana means to stand in the sun. Mantra Snana means to sprinkle water on the body after reciting Apohistadi Mantri. Apohistadi Mantri. Bhasma Snana means to apply bhasma or vibhuti all over the body. Vayu Snana means to take the dust at the feet of the cow. Tirtha Snana means to bring the idol of the Vishnu in the mind, and after saying Apavithar Pavitrova, etc. If the water is sprinkled on one's body, it is like a bathe. A weak person should sponge his body with the clothes dipped in the warm water. Healthy person should take bath with the cold water. In case of difficulty to upasan, wash hands, feet and rub the body with the wet clothes. Grihastha should take bath with the hot water. He should take achman in the midst of the bath. Females should not bath over their head daily. In the bath at home, do not do agha marshana, saying of the mantra, wiping of the sin. Tarpana, offering till to gods and forefathers and rishis. Do not take hot water bath on the day of the birth of a son, or on a day of the sharda or death, on the Sankranti, Paunami, Amavasya. Take the darba in the hand, tie the hair on the head, shika with them, and enchant the water of your bath with apohistha, etc. means mantra, etc. mantra and 3 gayatris. Take cold water first and then hot water. While taking bath in the river, face to flow of the river and do agamarshana in the bath of home. Turn your face in east in the morning and west in the evening. Bath purifies the body if taken after wiping, vomiting, sex act, sight of bad dreams. Grihastha should not wear wet and saffron clothes. He should wear upavastra such as dupatta. If there is no upavastra, the credit of the bath goes to Rakshas. The Brahmins should wear white dhoti, should have a cloth, dupatta or shawl on the body. Bhasma or vibhuti. After a bath, one should apply bhasma or vibhuti as per Shastra rules. If it is not available, Gopi Chandan should be applied. Devotees of the Vishnu has vertical lines of the bhasma, three Tripundra on the forehead for acquiring the long life. One should apply bhasma with the middle finger. For devotion, use the tarjani, etc. The second finger near the thumb. For the food, use the anamika. Fourth finger bhasma should not be applied on the day of the Sharda, tread, wedding and other ceremonies, and after funeral bath. Darba, king of the grass, are required for Brahma Yadna, Antarpana, Durva, Vala, Dharba, Kusha, Kunda, wheat, paddy, Moola, Nagar, Mota, Bhadra, Musta are the 10 kinds of grasses which are used as the darba. Darba should be bought as a, on Bhadrapad and Shravan Amavasya and stored and used for the year. Brahma is at the end of the darba, Rudra is at the root, and Vishnu is in the middle. Traka, ring of the dharba, should be kept in the finger, and sins are wiped off due to this. While doing the japa recitation, tap, penance, homa, sacrifice, chanting of the Vedas, gold or silver rings should not be taken off. For wearing of dharba pavitrakas, ring should not be put in the third jani by one who has father. Ring with the 9 gems destroys sin. A Brahmin should have a ring with at least 1 gem. Sandhya, a Brahmin should start Sandhya after bath early in the morning when the nakshatra is visible in the sky. He should offer arghas, offering water to the sun at sunrise. If normal time the argha has elapsed, one more argha should be given. Mandish demons are always fighting with the sun. To nullify the obstruction in the rising of the sun, these arghas are to be given. These arghas strike the demons like weapons, and in order to wipe off this sin, one has to move around oneself saying Asvaditya Brahma. Recitation of the Gayatri. After this, recollect the names of the rishis, etc. Recite Gayatri mantra. For this purpose, a writ of the Rudraksh, coral beads or a white stone beads should be used. The writ should not have any broken beads. One should observe Maun, non-speaking while reciting. One should recite the morning and midday Sandhya after standing and evening Sandhya after sitting. Recitation of the Gayatri at the home gives on 1 credit. If done outside, it gives double credit. If done on the bank of the river, credit is the threefold. And if done at the cowshed or Vrindavan, Tulsi planted in hollow stone or in the brick construction, the credit is tenfold. The recitation at the place of the Agnihotra gives the 100-fold credit. At the holy place near the shrine of a god, it gives 1,000-fold credit. And while recitation near the Vishnu gives crore-fold credit, and near Shiva it gives immeasurable credit. Recitation made while sitting on a broken wood plank causes misery. That done while sitting on the grass causes the loss of the good fate and glory. Recitation done while sitting on a stone causes disease, and done while sitting on bhasmasan causes the cure of the disease. And a blanket seat gives pleasure. A seat of the skin of the black deer gives knowledge, and while that of the skin of the black deer gives knowledge, while that of the skin of a tiger gives salvation. Kusha Shan causes hypnotism and destroys all the disease and sins. The appearance dhyana of the Gayatri in the morning and Sandhya is the Kumari. Her color is red and her clothes are red. She is riding goose. She has 4 hands and 4 heads. The appearance of Gayatri in the midday Sandhya is of a young lady. Her color is white. Her clothes are white. She is riding an ox. She has 5 heads. The appearance of Gayatri in the evening Sandhya of an old lady. Her color is black. Her clothes are black. She rides Garuda. She has 4 heads. Sun Mukh, Samput, Vitat, Visrat, Dvimukh, Trimukh, Chaturmukh, Panchmukh, Shanmukh, Adhomukh, Vyapan Jalik, Shankat, Yampash, Gyantit, Sanmukho Mukh, Pralambha, Muhoti, Mathya, Kurma, Varaha, Sinha, Kranti, Mahakranti, Mudgar, and Palava are the 24 mudra poses. Recitation of the Gayatri with the mudras is more truthful. Gayatri has 3 parts, Pad or Charan. They should not be recited without a pause after each part. Man means mind, Tra means pran. Recitation of the mantra should therefore be done with the union of mind and soul. A brahmachari and grahastha should recite the Gayatri mantra 108 times daily. One prastha, a yati or a sannyasi should recite it 1,000 times. In case of any difficulty, one may recite it at least 10 times a daily. Recitation in the mind is the best. Whispering in the mouth is medium, and loud recitation is worst. While reciting with a vrat, do not transgress the menu or the head head bid. If it is transcended, three pranayams. If it is transgressed, three pranayams should be observed. Reciting Gayatri a crore times fulfills all the desires. After jap, upsthan prayer should be recited by standing, bowing to 10 dishas directions. God, Brahmins, Gurus pronounce one's gotra and birth name and end the ritual of Sandhya. The homa should be swept daily and land kept clean. The earth floor should be smeared with cow dung and water. Rangoli, stone powder designs should be drawn in the courtyard. Therefore, the shrines of the worship are grahastha should keep a cow, shaligram, a soft black round stone has Vishnu, Gahuya, Grihagni at the home. Brahmin should perform Sandhya daily, should also worship gods daily. One who does not worship gods is like a beast. In the morning, the worship should be done with 16 upchars, and in the light of the ghee aarti should be waved before the shrines. Yama punishes those who do not worship the gods. The eight places or the objects of the worship are as follows: the shrine of the gods, the sthandil, earthen elevated constructed fire and sacrifice, Agni fire, the sun water and the heart, Brahmin and Sadguru. The Brahmins males should worship gods with the Veda mantras, while the females and Shudra should worship with the Purana mantras. Flowers brought from the trees in the forest are of the medium value. Those purchased are worst. The flowers grown by one own self in one's house gardens are the best. The flowers eaten by the worms having holes should not be used. Sri Durga should not be offered. Durva, a kind grass. Vada should not be offered to Sri Shiva. Tulsi should not be offered to Sri Ganesha, and flowers of Dhotra and Roe should not be offered to Sri Vishnu. Keep the pot of the water at the left hand, all the articles of the worship at the right hand. 16 upcharas of the worship should be observed devotedly with the panchamrit, mixture of the milk, ghee, curd, honey, sugar. Shang conch should be kept on the left ghanta bell on the right hand, and after bowing to the god, do achman and sankalp, pronunciation of the desire or the worship of mentioning of the time, and nakshatra star places of the various planets on the day and purpose of the desire. Then start observing bath with water, panchamrit, abhishek, pouring water, chanting Purusha Sukta, Vishnu Sukta, Sri Sukta, Lakshmi Sukta, Rudra Sukta, Pavan Sukta, etc. As per the devotion, all or particular Sukta or Suktas may be selected for Abhishek. After Abhishek, dry the shrines with the piece of the cloth and take the cloth and place them at their places and offer the clothes, ornaments, gandha, halad, kumkum, flowers of wealth, tulsi, bail leaves, saying, "Give me shelter, protect me." With third followers taken out of the shrines should be touched. To one's head and nose kept aside to be immersed in the river of the rivulet. The bhasma scented sticks to be applied to the forehead, and tirtha, holy water of the bath of the gods, should be drunk. For the purification of the food and wiping of 5 great things, one should do Vaishvadeva in the morning and in the evening before meals. Homa in the morning and the sacrifice for the god, and Bali is given for the ghost, and Tarpan is the sacrifice for the forefathers. At the time of the dinner, one should wait for the guest. If it one should wait for the guest. If the guest comes, give him food. If he is yati, give him food and water also. Before taking meals, wash your feet, hands, mouth. If an unknown person dines with you, offer him food at a distance. There should not be distinction of the food for the person dining at a time. For after 4 Chitra Hotis, take 5 Prana Hotis, observe mourn during meals at least up to Prana Hotis. Do not leave things in a plate except the little for your wife. There should not be no noise while taking water or liquid articles. If while dining the lamp goes off, then stop taking food till the lamp is replaced. While dining, do not see and hear the words of the females in monthly course, and do not touch each other when dining. If gas passes, if the food contains worms, or if there is vomiting, then stop dining. If hair is found, it should be put off, and the food should be sprinkled with tirtha. If onion and garlic are taken, one is deprived of Brahmanism. Sattvic food increases knowledge, while tamasic food increases ignorance. While dining, first take liquid articles, then take others. A portion should be half taken, and should last a portion should be half taken and half should be poured down. Wash your mouth with your forefingers, and for purification of the mouth and fingers, two achman should be performed. After the dinner, take pan and hear Purana, evening Sandhya, etc. And meals should be taken as the midday. It should be better. It would be better if the article prayed with the milk are taken in the night. And do the professional work during the day. Sour path should not be chanted after sunset. Before going to bed, bow to the god and dedicate all the karma acts of the day to him. Going outside at the fertilization period of the wife is sinful. During this time of the first 4 days, Pravakal, Mul and Magha Revati stars should be avoided for the sex act, and they should be no sex act on the Sharda day and during the daytime. If these rules are followed, even a Grihastha is the Brahmachari, that is the follower of the Veda Shastras and the sex act. One should not enjoy with an older female, and there should be no feeling of despise or grief at the time of the sex act, and the Brahmins should who behaved as instructed by the Sri Guru attained good Paraloka. Chapter 37, Dharma of the Brahmin. Chapter 37, the Dharma of Brahman. Sri Guru explained the customs that Brahman should follow. He said, you should use the Krishna Jina in the house and keep the house clean. The prayer room should be clean and decorated with rangoli. They meditate in silence and worship God. Wooden and stone idols may be worshipped as they are form and abode of the God, and sit on a good clean seat and do pranayama. Worship God with the flowers, and with the faith worship worship Vishnu with the Tulsi, and he loves Tulsi. Worship Shiva with the Bel Patra. Ganapati loves Durva. In the afternoon, feed guests and visitors. Whether touchable or untouchable, the lotus leaf and banana leaf are good to use for eating. You must not eat in lead or copper plates. Bronze plates are kept best for eating, and eat sweet dishes first. Rice should not be eaten first. It will not get digested. Eating leftover food is forbidden. After food, you may have tambula, betel leaf and nut with lime. There is no harm if one eats food with ghee or oil. After food, you should study the Vedas. One must not sleep on the cremation ground, in the dilapidated temple, on the riverbank, near the anthill or a crossroad. Parasara Rishi has laid down these customs and dharma. There is no difficulty for him who practices these customs as directed by the scriptures. He is revered even by the gods. Kamadhenu will come to his house. Lakshmi will live in such house forever. Such a person will become a Brahma Jnani. The Brahmin was happy to receive this guidance on dharma and said, O ocean of mercy, you have taken this incarnation to redeem devotees. You are like the lamp of knowledge, and you have removed the darkness. Saying so, the Brahmin bowed at the Sri Guru's lotus feet. Guru blessed him. This is the story of Guru Charitra. Whoever listens to it will gain great knowledge. It is a source of light for the ignorant. Chapter 38, 4,000 fed with food of 3 seekers only. Someone did Samaradhana, feeding of the Brahmins, on every day, and Sri Guru was invited with his disciples. Once a poor Brahmin named Bhaskar of the Kashyapa Gotra came there. He also wished to do some Samaradhana and offer alms to Sri Guru, but due to poverty, he was anxious as to how this could be achieved, and he had gathered some flour and rice which he kept in the mat. Other Brahmins ridiculed him, saying, how can you do Samaradhana out of whatever rice you have? You cannot give even one particular to each Brahmin. Seeing his devotion, Sri Guru asked Bhaskara one day to do Samaradhana. He was glad and even encouraged by Sri Guru's words. He brought ghee and vegetables and prepared the food after bath. All Brahmins thought that they would have to dine at their homes and have ordinary meals that day. Sri Guru asked Bhaskara to invite all Brahmins for the Samaradhana. Bhaskara said that the Brahmins played joke with him, so it would be better if the disciple was sent. As instructed, disciple invited Brahmin to come to Mat for Samaradhana. Okay, whatever this was. Okay, Samaradhana. Sri Guru asked Bhaskara to bring the food prepared by him. However, and cover it. Sri Guru asked Bhaskara to bring the food prepared by him and cover it with the Sri Guru's cloth. When this was done, Sri Guru sprinkled holy water from his bowl on the food and said, without removing the covering cloth, take out the article in the pot and serve them to the Brahmins. Brahmins sat for the dinner. Food was served to thousands, and yet much food was in balance. After the Brahmins had taken the food, they were requested to send their wives and children for the dinner. After them, all others in the Ganagapur were invited for dinner with the families. Then Sri Guru asked Bhaskara to dine. After his dinner, it was found that all the food originally prepared was still in the balance. Sri Guru asked Bhaskara to throw the food in the river so that the creatures in the water would also be satisfied. This was the great miracle. The food sufficient only for the 3 persons was provided to over 4,000 persons. Several such incidents has occurred in the life of Sri Guru. Chapter 39 to 60. Year-old sterile woman begets children. There lived one Shaunak Gotri, Apastham Brahmin named Somanath. His wife Ganga was a devoted wife and pious by nature. She was 60-year-old, but she had no issues. She used to come to Sri Guru and bow to him devotedly every day. Sri Guru began pleased. One day asked her, "Why are you worshipping me daily? What do you desire? God will fulfill your desires." She said, Gurunath, a woman's life is futile without an issue. Without a son, the home is like a forest, issueless, persons to go to hell. Please give me a boon so that I will have a son at least in the next life. Sri Guru smiled and said, service to Ashwatha will not be futile. There is a Ashwatha tree at the Bhima Amaraja Sangam. I am present there after the bath in the river. Therefore, worship the Ashwatha devotedly. The greatness of the Ashwatha is narrated in the Puranas. The Brahmadev is at its root, Vishnu is in the middle portion, and the Rudra is at its top. An Agni fire god lies in the interior of this tree. In the months of the Ashara, the Pausha or Chaitra, when Guru and Shukra are not set, when the moon is favorable on the auspicious day, observe fast and start worshipping the Ashwatha. Do not touch the tree on the Sunday, Sankranti, and in the evening. Floor at the root should be smeared by the cow dung and have rangoli designs. Worship the Ashwatha thinking it is a Trimurti with 16 upchars. Then saying Purusha Shukta and observe Mon. Take rounds of the tree. 2 lakh rounds destroy even the sin of the Brahmahatya. The Ashwatha gives 4 Purusharthas. The desire of the son is also fulfilled by him. Recitation of the Mrityunjaya, sitting at the Ashwatha on the Saturday, avoids accidental death and gives long life. One gets credit of feeding several Brahmins if one Brahmin is fed under this tree. If one Ashwatha tree is grown, 42 generations are liberated. But if one Ashwatha is cut, it is great sin performed. Homa performed under the tree gives credit of the great sacrifice. Do Homa of tenth of the number of the rounds and feed Brahmins and give golden Ashwatha in the charity. She started worshipping the Ashwatha, as advised by the Sri Guru. On the 3rd day, she had dream. A Brahmin told her to go to Sri Guru at Ganagapur, have 7 rounds of Sri Guru and take the prasad that is to given to her, and that her desire will be fulfilled. She awoke, and on the 4th day she went to Sri Guru and had 7 rounds. Sri Guru gave her 2 fruits and said, eat these fruits, your desire will be fulfilled. She then completed her vrat of the worship of the Ashwatha. During the meals she ate the fruits given by Sri Guru. In the evening she started menses. On the 4th day after bath she went to Sri Guru and bowed to him. She had sex act on the 5th day. She became pregnant. In the 7th month she has given OT and she gave Vayan to the married woman. Srimanta was performed in the 8th month, and after 9th month she begot a daughter. After 10 days she came to Sri Guru with the baby, and Sri Guru smiled and blessed her baby and said, you will have one more son. What do you prefer, a well-behaved son of 30 years of age or fool having 100 years life? The woman said, I would like to have a well-behaved son who would have 5 sons. Sri Guru blessed her as she desired. Later on she had a son who became learned and won fame. He had 5 sons in course of time, and the daughter's husband performed sacrifices and was well known as Dikshit. Chapter 40. Leper Brahmin cured. Once a Brahmin Narahari by name came to Sri Guru at Ganagapur and bowing to him said, "My life is futile. I studied Yajurveda, but as I am suffering from the leprosy, all the people despise me and do not invite for karma. I have visited several holy places, but the disease is there. Kindly bless me." Sri Guru gave him a dry log of Audambara and said, "Go to the Sangam and plant it on the bank of the Bhima in the east. After bath, worship Ashwata at the Sangam and again bath and give water to the log twice a day. When it sprouts green foliage and your sin will be wiped off and you will be free from leprosy." As instructed by the Sri Guru, Narahari planted the log on the bank of the Bhima and began to water it twice. Some persons said to him, "Are you mad? How can a dry log bear green foliage?" Still Narahari continued his watering of the log devotedly. He also observed fast for 7 days. Sri Guru was informed by his disciples regarding the devoted service of Narahari to the log. Sri Guru said, "One gets the fruits as per the one's devotion." There is a tale in the Skanda Purana in this connection. Narrated to the rishis in the former days. There lived a king, Sinha Ket, in Panchal. His son, Dhananjaya, once went to a forest with the Shabardut, who picked up a linga like a stone near a Shiva temple. Rajkumar asked him, "What will you do with the stone? There are so many lingas like this spread over here." Shabardut said, "I wish to worship this linga daily. Please tell me how to worship it." Rajkumar said, "Take this linga home, worship it with the flowers and bay leaves along with your wife. Offer Naivedya of the fresh chitta, corpse, bhasma daily. Whatever food you have should also be offered." The Shabar took the linga home and started to worship. One day he could not get fresh Chitta Bhasma. He was much worried. He devoted wife said, "Burn my body and offer Chitta Bhasma to the god Shiva." The Shabar was very much pained to hear this. He said, "I shall be doing a great sin if I burn you." The wife said, "Death will occur someday or other. If I give my body for Shiva's worship, I shall have place in the Kailasa, so you need not be sorry." Shaba burnt her and Chitta Bhasma was offered to Shivalinga. As usual, he called his wife to take prasada. She also came smiling and took the prasada. The homa appeared to be normal, as if nothing had occurred. Seeing this, Shabar was much astonished. His wife said, "I heard your voice and was and if aroused from the sleep." Gauri Raman Shiva appeared before them. Both bowed to him. Sri Shiva was pleased and blessed the couple. Such is the greatness of the devotion of the Guru. One who has implicit faith in the words of the Guru gets such fruit. If Sri Guru went to a Sangam to see the leper Brahmin, he was pleased to see his devotion. The Brahmin was giving water to the log. Sri Guru sprinkled the holy water of his bowl on the log and instantly green foliage sprouted on the log. The leprosy of the Brahmin disappeared and his body became healthy and bright. Narahari bowed to Sri Guru and began to pray him. He composed 8 slokas which are being chanted at Ganagapur in the night and after Aarti daily. Till now, Sri Guru placed his hands on the head of the Narahari and blessed him. He returned to the mat with Narahari. All the persons wondered to see this miracle. Many did Samaradhana. Sri Guru named Narahari as Yogeshwar and asked him to come with his family and live with him. Sri Guru gave him Vidya Saraswati mantra also. Chapter 41. Sayam Dev serves Sri Guru. His Kashi Kand Mahayatra Narmadak. How did my forefathers serve Sri Guru? Sri Siddha, your grandfather's father Sayam Dev had worshipped Sri Guru at Oscar Gram. Sri Guru had affection for him. Sri Guru later came and stayed at Ganagapur. His fame spread all over the country. Knowing this, Sayam Dev also came to Ganagapur. He came to Mat and bowed to Sri Guru and prayed him. Sri Guru was pleased. He placed his palm on his head, blessed him and said, "You will be my devotee for the generations." Sri Guru asked him to bathe at the Sangam and return for the meals to the mat. After returning from the Sangam, Sayam Dev worshipped Sri Guru with 16 upacharas, offered several delicious articles of the food as Naivedya. He dined with the Sri Guru, who inquired about his family. Sayam Dev said, "My relatives and sons are living at Uttar Kanchi, Gadganchi, hale and healthy. I wish to stay with you and serve you your holy self now." Sri Guru said, "My surface is difficult. I live in a town for some time, while in the forest at other time. It is troublesome to live in the forest. If your mind is firm, then only you should stay here." Sayam Dev conceded and said, "A devotee of Sri Guru has no fear." 3 months passed. One evening, Sri Guru went to Sangam along with the Sayam Dev alone and sat below the Ashwatthama tree. There was a great storm followed by heavy rain. Sayamdev and Sayamdev stood stretching a cloth over Sri Guru to protect him from the rain. They were shivering cold in the night, and so Sri Guru asked Sayamdev to go to Math in the town and bring fire. Thick darkness and the spread all over, and there was lightning now and then. Sri Guru warned Sayamdev not to look to his right or the left side. Anyhow, the Sayamdev reached the Math and took the fire and returned. Out of curiosity, he looked at its right side and saw a cobra going with him. He was frightened, and he then looked at the left side. Here too, he saw another cobra. He recited Sri Guru's name and walked straight. He came to Sri Guru and lit the fire, and the two cobras came before Sri Guru, bowed to him, and went away. When Sri Guru said to Sayamdev, "Why are you so much afraid? I had sent these cobras to protect you. I shall tell you a tale about the service to Sri Guru to pass this night." When Sri Shiva was sitting on a peak of the Kailasa mountain with Parvati, she asked him, how can Sri Guru be served with the Devi Tubya? Sri Shiva said, "One who serves Sri Guru with sincerity can attain all that one desires." Brahma had an incarnation which was called Tashtra Brahma. Tashtra Brahma. He had a handsome son. When his shred ceremony was performed, his father sent the boy to the Guru for the study of the Vedas and Shastras. He served the Guru devotedly. Once there was a rain and the water came in the ashram of the Guru. The Guru told the pupil to construct a lasting house with all the conveniences which should look always new, and the wife of the Guru asked the boy to bring her a blouse which should neither be sewn nor woven. The son of the Guru said, "Bring sandals for me that would enable me to walk on the floors and take me to any desired place." The daughter of the Guru asked the boy, "Bring earrings for me and play house of the elephant tooth, having one pillar and all the conveniences. Also bring a pot in which food will be warm and which will not be black due to soot." The pupil took leave of the Guru and went to the forest. He was anxious how all these things could be obtained. On the way he met an ascetic who inquired, "Child, why are you so worried?" The brahmachari boy bowed to him and said, "Kindly guide and protect me. It is my good fortune that I could see you in this forest." He told him that his Guru's wife, son, daughter asked him to do. He said, he said, "I am anxious as to how all these things can be achieved." These ascetics assured him and said, "Don't worry, Kashi is the holy place of Vishweshwara. You go there and worship him. All your desires will be fulfilled. Kashi is known as Anand Kanan, and one attains all four Purusharthas after going there." The brahmachari asked, "Where is Kashi? How can I go there?" Ascetic, "I shall take you there. Due to you, I shall also have the fortune to see the holy place again." Saying so, both went to Kashi instantly by yogin power. The ascetic told the brahmachari to do Antar Graha Yatra, Dakshin Manas Yatra, and Utta Manas Yatra. Utta Manas Yatra. While visiting holy places, bath should be taken there, and then do Anchkroshi Yatra. Shukla and dark fort night yatras and should also be performed. Worship 9 lingas and Kashi Vishweshwara. If your devotion to the Guru is firm, Sri Shiva Shankara will be blessed and will be pleased and fulfill all your desires. And saying this, ascetic went away. The brahmachari performed all the yatras as instructed by the ascetic. Sri Shankara was pleased, and he appeared before the boy and asked him to give a boon. Kumar narrated his account and mentioned the articles required for the Guru and Guru's wife, son and daughter. Sri Shankara blessed him, saying, "You will be efficient as Vishwakarma." The brahmachari prepared all the articles skillful, returned to the Guru's place. The Guru was also pleased and to see him back with the success. He also blessed him, saying, "You will be proficient in all Vidyas." Sri Guru explained the greatness of the Guru to Sayam Dev in this way. By this time the sun was rising on the eastern horizon. Sayam Dev said, "You explained Kashi Yatra in details. While hearing the same, I could see and also visit the respective holy shrines and take thanks and places with your holy self, and thought as if we were in Kashi." He then prayed a Guru with 8 shlokas which are daily chanted after Arati at Ganagapur till now. While praying, his throat choked and his hair stood erect on his body. Sri Guru was much pleased. He blessed him and said, "Bring your family and children here and stay with me. Do not bow to Muslims hereafter." Siam Dev went to his place and returned to Ganagapur with his family and children on Bhadrapad Shuddha 14 Anant Chaturdashi day, and this time he prayed Sri Guru with 8 shlokas in Kannada, and Sri Guru seated him by his side and inquired about all. Siam Dev had 2 sons. Sri Guru loved the elder Nagnath. Sri Guru placed his palms on the head of the Siam Dev and said, "You do not deserve the Muslims now, and you all have bath at the Sangam." Siam Dev and his family bathed at the Sangam, worshipped the Ashwatha there, and returned to the Mat. Sri Guru said to Siam Dev, "Today is Ananta Chaturdasi. All the Brahmins worship Ananta on this day. You too should do Ananta Puja." Siam Dev said, "You are my Ananta." Still, Guru insisted on him to do the Ananta Puja. Chapter 42. Significance of the Ananta Vrat. Sri Guru narrated the significance of the Ananta Vrat to Siam Dev. He said, "Dharmaraja, the son of the Pandu, did this Vrat. He gained his kingdom, which was lost in the game of chess with the Kauravas. Thereafter, with the Pandavas were living in the forest with the great sufferings. The Kauravas sent Durvasa Rishi to the Pandavas for harassing them even in the forest. Sri Krishna, protector of his devotees, assisted Pandavas in the difficulties. Once Draupadi and the 5 Pandavas bowed to Sri Krishna and asked, "How shall we be relieved from this Vanavas living in the forest?" Sri Krishna advised them to do the Ananta Vrat. Sri Krishna said, "Ananta should be worshipped on the Bhadrapad Shukla Shuddha 14th. I will tell you a tale regarding this Vrat. In the Krita Yuga, there lived a Brahmin named Sumantu of the Vasishtha Gotra. Diksha was his devoted wife, and she begot a daughter named Sushila. Later, Diksha died, and in order to continue the Grihastha rites, he married with the Karkasha, who used to quarrel with her husband and daughter every now and then. Due to this, Sumantu was always dejected. As Sushila grew, she became fit for marriage. One day, Kaudinya came to Sumantu, who gave Sushila to him in marriage. In Ashad and Shravan months, the Sushila and Kaudinya lived with Sumantu, but Karkaksha quarreled with the Sushila daily, so Kaudinya requested Sumantu to allow him to go home. Sumantu felt very sorry as his only daughter would be going away. He said, "This is not my wife, but she is my enemy. Now my daughter will go away. Where there is no peace, the home is like a forest." Kaudinya consoled him. Due to his persuasion, he agreed to stay for 12 days more. On the 13th day, Sumantu asked his wife to prepare delicious food for his daughter and son-in-law. As they were departing, Karakasha entered the inner room, shut the door, and placed the stones against the door so it shouldn't be opened easily. At least Sumantu gave wheat konda to Sushila and bade them goodbye. Next morning, they reached a river. Kaudinya got down from the chariot and went to the river for the bath and rituals. Sushila saw the many females wearing red silk saris had gathered in the sand, and they were worshipping some god. Sushila went to them and inquired what they were doing. The females replied, "We are worshipping Ananta. By doing this vrat, all the desires are fulfilled." Sushila took instructions from them. She gave 14 knots to the red string and prepared Ananta Shesha cobra of the Darba and worshipped Ananta with 16 upchars. She then tied the Ananta on her wrist. Once when they were sitting, Kaudinya observed the red string on the waist of the Sushila. She asked angrily, did you tie this red string to keep me under your thumb?" She said, "This is Ananta, by by whose favor we got this kingdom and prosperity." Hearing this, Kaudinya took the string by force and threw it into fire. He remarked, "It is due to my penance that this kingdom is obtained by us." Sushila was very dejected. She hastened to take out the Ananta from the fire and put it in the milk. But due to this, Ananta was enraged, and the kingdom and all the glory was destroyed in no time, and Kaudinya became a pauper. Kaudinya now repented and resolved that so long as he could not see Ananta, he could neither drink or eat. Having resolved he started with Sushila and went into the forest. He saw a tree laden with the fruits, but no birds touched its fruits. Kaudinya asked the tree if it had seen Ananta. The tree said, "I had not seen Anant, but if you see, please speak to him about me." Further, he saw a cow and a calf. They were trying to eat grass, but they could not do so. Then he saw a big bull further. He saw two lakes. The goats and the other birds did not drink the water. Later he came across an elephant and an ass who could not speak. Kaudinya had asked all if they had seen Ananta. They all denied, but said if he saw Anant, he should speak about him to each of them. At last, Kaudinya has tried of walking, and he laid down on the ground. In meantime, an old Brahmin came there and inquired about the knowing the cause of his worry. He said, "I shall now, show you Ananta. Come with me." "I shall show you Ananta, come with me." Kaudinya followed him and saw a fine city. Brahmin seated Kaudinya on the throne of the precious stones and appeared before him in his real form. Seeing this, Kaudinya was amazed and he bowed to Sri Ananta and began to praise him. Sri Ananta was pleased and gave him three boons. By the first, he attained dharma. By the second, his poverty was destroyed. And by the third, he got abode or in the Vaikunta. Kaudinya referred to the tree, the cow with the calf and the bull, and the two lakes, elephant, ass, and the old Brahmin. Sri Ananta said, "The tree laden with the fruits was a Brahmin who was proud of his learning and did not teach his students. Hence he became a tree. The cow had given infertile land to the Brahmin in the charity. The bull has a rich Brahmin who did not give in charity to anyone. The two lakes were two sisters who exchanged charity among themselves. The elephant is your anger and the ass is your vanity. The old Brahmin you met was myself. Whomsoever you have seen are all liberated." After receiving the blessings of Sri Ananta, Kaudinya lived as a ruler for many years and in the end went to heaven. Sri Krishna told this to Yudhishthira, who then worshipped Ananta with devotion. Sri Guru told this Sayam Dev and asked him to let his eldest son Nagnand to do Anant Puja. Sayam Dev did has advised and arranged some aradhana and dined with Sri Guru. Sayam Dev then returned to his place and kept the family there, and he alone returned to Sri Guru to serve him. In this way, your forefathers attained the favor of Sri Guru. Chapter 43. Chapter 43. Tanku's Sri Shaila Yatra on Mahashivratri. Tanku Avibar was one of the Sri Guru's devotees. He served Sri Guru devotedly. He did his profession till afternoon and then bathed and swept the courtyard of the Sri Guru's mat. Mahashivratri was approaching. His parents and other relations started for Sri Shaila and asked Tanku to come with them. Tanku said, "My Sri Shaila is here," and he lived alone at home. Sri Guru asked him, "Why didn't you not go for yatra?" He replied, "My yatra is at your feet." On Mahashivratri, the day Sri Guru went to Sangam for the bath, Tanku observed fast and he also went to Sangam and bowed to Sri Guru. Sri Guru said, "All your relatives went to yatra. You only remain behind. Do you want to see Sri Shaila? Follow me and I shall show you. Shut your eyes and hold my sandals firmly." Saying so, he took him to Sri Shaila within a moment. Sri Guru asked him to open his eyes and Tanku saw Sri Giri before him. Sri Guru told Tanku to do a short bath and see the Malleshwara. He went to the river where he met his parents and relatives. They asked him, "Why did you not come with us but came stealthily?" And he asked, "I came just now with the Sri Guru." Some people did not believe in his words. Doing short and taking bail and flowers, he went to the temple and while worshipping, he saw Sri Guru sitting on the linga. He offered puja with devotion and came back to Sri Guru, who asked him, "Will you stay or come with me?" Tanku said, "I saw a wonder today. While worshipping Sri Shankara, I saw you in the place. When you are there, why people come so far, and kindly please explain this to me." Sri Guru said, "God is all over, but the significance of the place is there. The greatness of this place is narrated in the Skanda Purana. Formerly, Vimarshan was a king of the Kirat Desh. He had won all the kings and he was adulterer, and eight was pious and devoted. She once asked the king, "You are adulterer and eat meat, yet how are you devoted to God?" The king said, "I shall tell you an account for my previous birth. I was a dog in Pampa city. On the Shivratri day, all were worshipping Sri Shiva in the temple. I went there hoping to get something to eat. The people began to drive me out of the temple and beat me with the sticks and stones. I ran round the temple and entered into the drain. I saw worship of the Shiva, and that was being performed there, but due due to the thrashing given to me by the people I died in front of the temple. Due to that meritorious deed, I became a king in this life, but the nature of the dog of eating anything has not left me. The queen asked, you narrated your previous life. Please tell me of my previous life. The king said, you were a capote bird. You were flying with a piece of the flesh in your mouth. A kite saw this and it attacked you. You ran in the forest at a giri and began to take rounds at the Shiva temple. The kite followed you all along, and ultimately you got tired and you sat at the top of the temple, and the kite attacked you and took away the flesh that you had. You too died instantly. Due to the merit of the rounds of the Shiva temple, you became my queen in this life. The queen further asked, what will be our future life? The king said, I shall be king of the Sindhu Desh, and you will be born in the Srinjaya Desh, and you shall again be my queen. Later I shall be king of the Saurashtra, and you shall be born in the Daling, and shall be Daling Kaling. Okay, what Daling, Kdaling, and shall be my queen. In the fourth birth I shall be the king of Gandhar, and you will be born in Magad, and shall be my queen. In the fifth I shall be the king of Avanti, and you will be born in Dashara, and shall be my wife. Next I will be the king of Narth, and you will be the daughter of a Yayati, and you will marry me. Seventh time I shall be the king of Pandya and Padma Varma, and will be my name, and you will be the Vidarbha princess. Vasumati shall marry me in the Swayamvaram. After performing many sacrifices, I shall accept sannyasa and study Brahma Vidya at Agatsya Muni's ashram, and in the end I shall go to the heaven with you. Such is the greatness of the worship of the Srishala. Sri Guru then said, there is Kaleshwar in Ganagapur. Thinking him as Mallikarjuna, worship him. Tanku said, when I saw thyself at the place of Mallikarjuna, why should I worship other shrines? When I saw thyself in the place of Mallikarjuna, why should worship other shrines? Hearing this, Sri Guru smiled and said, Tanku to shut his eyes and hold his Padaka sandals firmly, and instantly both returned to Ganagapur. Sri Guru set Tanku in the town to call his disciples. Seeing Tanku in the clean shape, people wondered and asked him why he had shaved. Tanku said, I had been to Sri Shaila. Here is the Buka and Prasad, and all laughed and said, we saw you here in the morning. How can you go to and return from Sri Shaila so soon? He said, I have been there with the Sri Guru and had just returned. Sri Guru is at the Sangam, and he asked me to call you. Hearing this, all were astonished, and they went to Sangam and praised Sri Guru. The person who had been to Sri Sala returned in a fortnight. They also wanted to know this episode. Chapter 44. Nandi Brahmin, relieved of leprosy, he became a poet. Nandi was a Brahmin suffering from leprosy. He worshipped Tuljapur Bhavani for 3 years. He observed fast. He stayed near Bhuvaneshwari at Bilbawadi for 7 months and worshipped the deity devotedly. He was told in the dream to go to Sri Guru at Ganagapur, and that he would then be relieved of this disease. Nandi said, you are the goddess yourself. How do you ask me to go to a human being? I shall be here no matter if I have to lose my life. Pujari also have similar dreams. He and some other told Nandi, do not trouble the goddess hereafter, and if you do not mind, we shall not allow you enter this mandir. Being helpless, he came to Ganagapur and went to Mat and bowed to Sri Guru. Sri Guru asked him, leaving the goddess, why did you come to a human being? When you doubt how you would be relieved of the disease. Releasing the Sri Guru knew what was in his mind, and he said, I am dullard. Kindly forgive me. I have come for your shelter. Kindly protect me. I am very harassed due to the disease, and my wife also left me and went to my parents. Chandala Devi has sent me to you. Kindly do not drive me away. Chandla Devi have sent me to you, and kindly do not drive me away. Sri Guru asked Somnath to take Nandi to Sangam and asked, let him bath at the Shatkul and have rounds of the Ashwatha. Give him new clothes and throwing away his old ones, and then bring him here for meals. As advised by Sri Guru, Somnath took Nandi to the Sangam for the bath, and after bath his body became free from leprosy. After taking rounds of the Ashwatha, Somnath brought him back to the mat. Nandi bowed to Sri Guru and began to pray him. Sri Guru asked him if see if all your body was being free from the disease. He looked to his body and found that some patches had been remained on his thighs, and being afraid, he asked, after having your blessings, why these patches should be here. Sri Guru said, you came with a suspension that you what a man could do, and so a little disease is there. You should stay here praying God. The little disease that is there will also be wiped off soon. Nandi said, I am illiterate. How can I compose poems of praise? Sri Guru asked him to draw out of his tongue, and when he did so, Sri Guru put a little bhasma on the tip of his tongue. Instantly, he became wise. He bowed on Sri Guru and began to compose poems in the praise of Sri Guru. The summary of this poem is as follows. I was sinking in the worldly ocean, being deluded by the affection of my family members. I was roaming through different species as Svedaj, Andaj, Svedaj, Andaj, Udheja, Svedaj, Andaj, Udheja, Jaraj. That is animal life, human life is best of all. I had no knowledge in the Shudra birth. The birth of the Brahmin is the best amongst the human beings. And but if a Brahmin is also dillard, how can he have the knowledge of Sri Guru? The blood of the mother and the semen of the father unite, and the fetus comes into existence as a bubble. After 15 days, it becomes liquid. Within a month, a small solid fetus is formed. The second month, the head and the limbs take a shape. When 5 great elements, earth, water, luster, wind, and sky, unite, the soul enters the fetus. In the 5th month, the skin and the hairs are formed. In the 6th month, the fetus starts respiration. In the 7th month, ear, tongue, brain, marrow become solid. In this way, I was growing in the mother's uterus. The mother would eat hot, salt and sour, pungent, acidic articles. Due to the wish, I was greatly troubled. I then took birth. My span of the life was fixed. Half of the time, that is, the nights, were spent in the sleep in the vein, and remaining half is divided into 3 stages: childhood, youth, and old age. In the childhood, I had to suffer much. I wept due to the pain in the stomach, but my mother thought I was hungry and took me to her breast. And when I was hungry, she thought I was ailing and giving me bitter medicines. And at times, she due to scorpion bite and the cradle, I would cry. She would then sing lullabies and move the cradle to and forth, and tried me to lure me to sleep. And she would think that I am affected by some spirit, and so they tried tantra, and tied a black string on my wrist. My mother would take a pungent and sore articles, and I had to suffer from diarrhea and cough, etc. In the youth, I was influenced by passion, and I disagreed the parents and guru, and always thought about the female sex. Due to vanity, I despise sadhu, saints, and old persons. How could have I adored Sri Guru during this period? In the old age, I was affected by cough, gases, and other troubles. My hair became white, and while taking care of my family and children, I lost my teeth. I could not hear well and see properly. Even in this state, I did not serve Sri Guru. You are the protector and liberator of the universe. Please liberate me. The illiterate Nandi composed such poems, and all wondered to see his feet. Nandi further said, Vedas say the feet of the Sri Guru are holy. There is no other way than feet of the Sri Guru to be free from the worldly sea. By the favor of the Sri Guru, all the sins are wiped off. Sri Guru Narasimha Saraswati is like the Kamadhenu, so people should adore him and get liberated. Nandi was later called Kavishwar due to his poetry, and the patches of the leprosy on his thigh also disappeared in the course of time. Nandi greatly rejoiced at the cure, and he began to serve Sri Guru with more devotion. Chapter 45.